I got going on in the back.
All right, we're fucking live.
We're back.
We're back.
Back in the saddle again.
Back in the saddle again. You know, it's weird because I'm used to having my big ass monitor. Apparently, I moved it downstairs because of the AC situation. For people who don't know, I don't have any upstairs air conditioning, so it's like 90 degrees. I'm sitting. It's like doing the podcast from a sauna. So
if he starts sweating, ladies and gentlemen, he's not nervous. He's hot.
I'm hot.
He's in a hot situation.
I'm telling you right now, it get too hot in this bitch. I'll take my fucking shirt off and just let my belly hang out, buddy.
Let it hang out.
Let it hang out. Yeah.
Let everybody see it.
So we'll start off by saying just an update on the fam. You know, we're taking it one day at a time. We're all still recovering. You know, I can't really talk about it for numerous reasons. But just know we're just again taking it one day at a time. And as things progress and change, the people that need to know, the people that can know will know. And that's about all I'll say. But we're good. I will say thank you to Toyota and Jesus. Otherwise,
definitely Toyota, because I could be. We were talking about this earlier. I could be without a brother right now. So big ups to Toyota.
Yeah, and
Jesus.
That
car was bad shape.
Yeah,
and the big man upstairs. I'm not going to leave. Not going to leave him out.
But yeah, man, it's been a crazy few weeks. And then of course had my birthday yesterday.
The big 4-0. Oh man, it's getting old on me.
It's I don't, but you know what? It wasn't a big deal to me. Like Phaedra was like, oh, she goes, I'm probably going to cry when I'm 40. And I'm like, dude, it's just. I mean,
another day, man.
Dude, you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there one day. One day I'll be 50.
Can't slow it down.
One day I'll be 60.
I can't believe I'm 32. I don't feel 32.
Yeah. Oh, and then
oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, look at the swag pack.
Courtesy of look, you can just see the condensation on it because it's 9 degrees in here. I got a little ice and a little drinky in here, but it's courtesy of my lovely brother and sister-in-law, Allison and Chris, and they were nice enough to make sure that you get one too. So
hey,
I mean,
Chris, now the dream team, we love you.
I'll get this in the mail to you because you know that's
I still I feel bad because I still need to get your Star Wars swag to you.
You know what, man?
Actually, here's the fucked up thing. Like, I went to UPS and I was like,
this is
there was all these people standing out line. Like, I had it in the car, and me and Brittany went to Target to get some stuff, and UPS is right next door, and I'm like, oh, while we're here, I've got it with me. It's one of the things I need to do while we're out and about. Saw all these people out there.
And you just said, fuck it, I'm not going in there.
Dude, it was a line. Like, it was a line, bro. And I was like, too much Rona. Can't do it.
Too much
Rona in that line.
Can't do it. That's what Sean said. Look, he said, better not be no Rona in that cup. Hey, you know what's interesting is I got tested and was come back negative. Let me just tell you, I do not advise a corona test on anybody.
Dude,
let me just tell you, I felt like they literally reached into my brain and took a piece out of it. And here's the other thing: when you just in the split second that you thought that it might be over, no, let me go a little bit deeper.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, yeah, it was like Billy Mays. Wait, there's more. Yeah, it was rough, man. It was rough.
It's crazy because the test site here, guess where they put it? In the Walmart parking lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Smart decision. Just great. Big up the VA.
That's right.
Big up the VA. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate that. Trying to get my sugar smacks and.
Dude, I haven't been. No, I shit you not. I have not been to Wally World since this shit started.
Dude, I don't go to fucking Wally World anyway. I hate that fucking place. Phaedra will go there sometimes for shit that you can't get anywhere else. And dude, I absolutely refuse to go in there. First of all, I hate the fucking business practices. They're a fucking shitty corporation.
No.
But the other piece of it is I just they don't have anything that I need
That you can't live without.
Yeah, that I can't live without. And so here's this little guy.
I can't figure out how it works.
It's back.
Where's my buddy at?
Oh, okay. In that case.
What's up, buddy? Miss you, bud.
I can smell you from here.
Ooh,
Hi.
hot onions.
Yeah, smelling
Hot onions on the mic.
like grilled. Hey, you know when you go to the fair, the Perry Fair, and you walk by and you smell that fucking grill full of onions and sausage, and you're like, whoo! That's it.
Like,
I will tell him about your RC car. He's got an RC car.
What kind of RC car?
And he was doing pretty cool tricks. No, so we went up. We got it. We got it there, wide open, Nelly. So we went over to Phaedra's, my mother and father-in-law's house, Phaedra's parents' house, and because they had a birthday card they wanted to give us, and we hadn't seen them since this whole thing started, and so we went over and did the whole social distancing thing as best we could, and so they hadn't seen Keaton for his birthday either in May, so they gave him a birthday card and gave me a birthday card, but then they had this bag of stuff that was Emerson's that I guess that they had been wanting to give him, they just hadn't gave him, and then it was a Kyle Busch, because Grace loves Kyle Busch, and it was
Kyle Busch,
a remote control car. He's been playing with that damn thing since he got it outside on that concrete. That thing a haul ass, but he's been out there just. And so yeah, he's like, I'm doing tricks, and like I make it do a donut, and then, wanting me to stand out there where it's like 90 degrees and watch him. And I'm like, dude, I'm not standing out here when it's hot sun and watch you play.
I love you, son, but
right.
This rodeo's yours.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Nick went and took him a nap. We got home about 5 o'clock, and I was laying there. This is when you're tired, right? We're laying there. I'm watching something I want to watch, right? If it's something I don't give a shit about, it's easy for me to do that. But laying there in my recliner, watching something I want to watch, and you wake yourself up with the. You wake up, you just go.
You look around like anybody caught you. Like,
yeah, you look around and see like you're in trouble, like you stole something, right?
Like you're in high school again. You fell asleep in class on the desk. Like, oh shit! Oh shit!
And so I was like, fuck, man. I was like, so I actually got up to get something to drink and to take a piss. And then, so I've been because there's no AC upstairs. So I've been sleeping in the guest room that you guys sleep in when you come down. And so, the bedroom's right off the guest bathroom. Mm-hmm. And so I was taking a piss and I go, man, it'd be nice to just kind of lay down and take about an hour nap. Now this is like 5 o'clock, right? So I go in, I take my shirt off and get down to my skivvies, just in my boxers.
Let my business hang out.
Let my business in my belly hang out, and lay down. And I don't wake up until I hear Emerson wanting to go outside, and Phaedra going, "It's 8:10 at night. You're not going outside." And I go, "Oh, I might want to figure out where I'm going to do this podcast."
I need to wake this up.
I need to get up.
Dude, I did that Friday. So like this week's been hell, man, at work. And so Friday was like rough, man. I had to make like a last minute trip to meet up and drop off some stuff. And it was just crazy. And so I was behind when I got back to my desk, right? So I've been trying to play catch up. And so finally Friday, like I finished all my meetings. I'm like, I'm done. Last meeting of the day, finish up my emails, answer everything. I'm done. I'm logging off. And last thing I remember is I was like, this bed feels kind of comfortable. I'm going to watch me a little television. And I remember flipping on Netflix and Garth Brooks' special was on.
Oh, there you go.
Watch it. It's great. It's great, people. Go Garth. And I start watching it. And I get real into it, and then I remember waking up with Braylon tugging on my shirt. Daddy, I want something to drink. And I'm like, whoa. Like, and I walk out, and I could tell I fell asleep. And Brittany goes, do you have a good nap? And I was like, did I fall asleep? She said, oh, you were snoring. You had a good old nap.
That's
She's
that
like,
sleep. That's that sleep you know you need.
yeah. And I was just like, I was just out of it, man. I was mentally exhausted. Like, it wasn't my body was tired or I was tired. It was like my brain was just like, I need to shut down for a little bit.
Yeah, that's how I get. And it's just like, again, it's, you know, I haven't been sleeping well, and you know, because you're not sleeping in your own bed, and
Yeah.
you know, Phaedra's been sleeping on the couch because, you know, she got a thing on her hand, and you know, she's trying to get comfortable and stuff is really hard for her, and so yeah, it just you know, it's just hard. It's hard. So
one of those things.
yeah, and so, you know, trying to get good night's sleep, and it just, and I'm a light sleeper anyway, and so when it's really quiet, and where that guest bedroom is right where the air conditioner is, and not that it's loud or anything, but I'm just not used to it because I sleep, you know, our bedroom's upstairs, and so, you know, the air conditioner kicks on and off, and then you go, it wakes you up, and you're like, what the fuck is that? You know, you're reaching for your pistol, like, what's going on?
Never mind.
They're trying to ride and flip Flower Branch. You get fucked up.
You picked the wrong neighborhood, Jack.
The wrong fucking neighborhood. Yeah, and that was the thing too, man. Like, that was the hardest part of me not doing the podcast. Is one was like, just being, like in the middle of, it looks like the world is burning down. You know what I mean? And like, you know, wanting to talk about it and wanting to address it is because it's a crazy thing. I mean, it's and there's a thousand ways to look at it, and we will. I mean, we'll get into it. But again, you know, I've said it 1,000 times, dude. I don't even care what you're protesting about, dude. I don't have to agree with it. I don't have to agree with whatever the change is that you're trying to make. Doesn't matter. You have the right to protest and assemble and do whatever you want to do and fight for the change you want, right? But the moment you put that picket sign down, and hey sis,
hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, we're missing all these comments.
I know.
We told people to comment, they start commenting, we're just ignoring it.
I know.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. But the moment you drop that picket sign, you pick up a Molotov cocktail, or you
and you start looting a business.
That's it, man. You are a fucking criminal now. You're not a protester.
Exactly. You are not part of the solution. You're part of the problem.
And don't give me this shit about, I need to understand why they're mad. Fuck, sure. I mean, I'm mad too.
You can be angry as you need to be. And we tell everyone gets that.
Right.
But what fucking good does it do to go into town and burn down the local auto zone?
Your own town.
Your own town. Burn business down. We're already, with all this COVID shit going on, there's already a problem. Right. You're already
adding
to that problem.
You're just adding to that problem. And again, listen, you know, I don't, and again, I think it's a lot of just how we grew up and shit. I don't do that black versus white shit, right? I don't do that. I feel sorry. I feel sorry for because I'm white, or I feel like I have white privilege. Because I can tell you right now, the way me and Niles grew up, I don't have fucking white privilege. Now, well, there's things that I'll say, like, sure, I'll say this all the time. Like, if there was a time machine, right, as a white person, sure, I could probably go to any moment in history. I'd probably be okay. You probably can't say that about black people. Probably can't say that about Asians. You probably can't say that about Jews, you know. But at the end of the day, man, I don't have anything to do with that.
No,
right?
Like, I didn't.
I mean, I can tell you right now, you know, and we'll talk about it. My life has been hard as just about anybody else's life, right? Nobody's fucking hitting me shit. Nobody's, you know. So I mean, I get some of that, but I've had hard times from the fucking police, and I mean, shit, man. If you want to talk about people getting, just go to Monroe County, Georgia, with the last name Gossett and get pulled over.
That's all you got to do.
I mean, you know.
Luckily, I have the last name Causey, but I still don't take my ass in Forsyth.
Bro, Go get in the shower, son. You're standing there naked talking to me. No.
Hey, your fish bait's hanging out.
Oh. Standing there with his fucking twigs and berries hanging out to me. I thought about something cool for the podcast. You want to hear it? No, I want you to get your sweaty naked ass in there. Again, but look, let me be clear, because what happened to George Floyd is a fucking travesty, right? It is
wrong on all levels.
It's wrong on all levels, right? But again, just like I can't paint this brush and say, you know, all black people are criminals. You can't paint that brush and say all cops are racist either, because I do not buy the narrative that there is a coerced effort for white racist cops to go out and kill black people. Right now, I will say that they're not doing themselves any favors, right? Yeah. And here's what, and I said this to Phaedra the other day when we were talking about it, like, dude, I get so pissed off when they say, well, it's just a few bad apples, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, dude, there are some jobs in this world you can't fucking have bad apples, right?
Yeah, and that's one of them.
That's one of them, right? Could you imagine if Delta fucking Airlines would go, hey man, most of our pilots land, but you know, there's a couple of them they just want to come in hot.
Drink on the job.
Like to come in hot.
Bob just got out of prison. We gave him his license back.
Right. And so they'll say, well, it's just a few bad apples. And we're supposed to accept that. It's like, no, man, nobody's going to accept that. Right. But the thing that everybody needs to realize is, and here's my thing, what is your end goal? That's what I want to know. What is your end goal? Right. Because you keep saying justice. Right. Okay. They just charged the man and all the people that were standing around. Right. Now, I can't guarantee they're going to get convicted. Who knows?
Here's my thought on that. Yes, it is in process. What people were asking for is in the works. But if they fuck around, and I say this very high strung, if they fuck around and they only sentence these guys and give them a slap on the wrist, all hell will break loose. You think it's bad now?
But they get the bed they made. They have to sleep in the bed that they made.
Yeah.
Right. And here's where I get frustrated. Right. I'll stand with you all day long. Right. I'll stand against police brutality. I don't give a fuck if you're white, black, purple, whatever. I'll stand. But here's where I sort of get agitated. Right. And this is where I'm going to start to piss people off. But it's absolutely true. You can fucking at me. You can do whatever you want to do. When you stand up there and you tell me how concerned you are with black people killing, I mean, white cops killing black youth, and you can name them all, right? Name me one person of the hundreds that were killed last week in Chicago or DC or Detroit or LA that are I mean, multiples above what this small percentage of what you're out here burning fucking towns about. Why aren't you burning shit in DC and Detroit and LA and you know, and Chicago, right? Chicago of all places, right? Why aren't you burning shit down there, right? Why aren't we talking about that, right? Because those are the issues. That's what. And here's the thing. It ain't white cops that's coming in and fucking your neighborhood up, man. That's causing you guys to kill each other. It's not. And call me racist, call me want to. Have you ever in your life heard, and Phaedra said this other day, have you ever in your life heard, man, you don't want to go up there, but there's a lot of white on white crime there, right? You haven't heard it, man. And I don't know what that is or why that is, or I mean, you know, white folks will kill each other in a domestic dispute. You know, you might choke your wife a little too hard or beat her or something, you know. You might shoot your brother because he slept with your wife or some kind of shit like that. But nowhere near the numbers that black people kill each other at. That's the issue, man. And then there's a whole bunch of shit that stems from that. Like there's less nuclear families and you know, it's there. And it's crazy to me that nobody wants to talk about those issues. And I'm not saying that George Floyd and police brutality is not an issue that needs to be talked about. That's not. I don't. No. But you can't just pick one little thing and cherry pick it and go, this is the problem. Maybe But there's a million other things that you need to talk about besides all of that, right? I mean, I won't say besides all, but in addition to that, and it's almost like nobody wants to talk about. Everybody wants to just kind of push this on the thing, and then just talk about these 3 or 4 people's names that they keep bringing up. And I go, dude, this is the media. This is the media providing an narrative.
Yeah.
And here's the thing:
and build to the fire, and people that feed into that shit.
And here's the thing: if every day you turned on the goddamn news, and all they talked about was dogs were fucking violent, biting people, right? Subconsciously, after a while, you're gonna be like, God damn, man, why the fuck have these? Yeah, why the fuck everybody have these violent ass dogs, right? It's just the way it is, and it's the same thing. And I do the same thing with black people, where every time you cut the news on, they talk about, all you hear is black person robbed this, or black person was killed and whatever. I know for me, it's always all this kind of crazy shit happening to DeKalb County. It's like that's all you hear about is, and I know that's not the whole picture, right? I know there's plenty of white people that did crime, but that's not happened. And it's the same thing here, where now the narrative is we're going to talk about every chance we can. We're going to show where we can push the narrative that a racist white cop has used his power to or use force.
Here's my thing with the fucking media, guys. Like, and I see it. You see it on Facebook every single day. Somebody finds some video that is a racist based video of white versus black, and they blast it. They don't do their fucking homework on it. They don't do the research on it. They don't look behind the scenes of it. They just post it because that's what the hell has been implanted in your brain day by fucking day by the media.
And here's the thing. What I will say is what I hate in these things is like you say, you'll see a video, and I'm always the first person to go, okay, well, where's the first 10 minutes before all of this shit happened, right? Don't just show me the fact.
I can't say that. I can't agree with you there because, there are some videos straight from the fucking rip. They're wrong.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying that at all.
Fucking wrong.
No. Don't get me wrong.
The shit that went down with it was just fucking wrong.
Yeah,
and for all these dumbasses to stand around and say, right there on camera, you're being fucking filmed, do shit about it.
Not do shit about it. Yeah.
Your ass needs to be held accountable. I don't give a fuck. One of the dudes, it's come out that it was his first week on the job. I don't give a fuck if you've been there 2 days, dude. Wrong is wrong.
Right. Well, I mean, the guy that did it, he had like 16 citations again, not citations, but complaints against him for excessive use of force. 16,
and no one did a fucking thing about it.
Right. So yeah, I mean, here's my thing. What I meant by that is if you flip through TikTok or you flip through Facebook or whatever, right, you'll see a video where it's 30 seconds long in this middle of protesters, and they're shooting tear gas at them, or they've grabbed a protester and they're pulling him out of a crowd or whatever, right?
Yeah, but you don't know what happened to
You don't know what happened to, and I'm not even saying anything did happen. I'm not saying that they are right in any way. I'm not taking their side. What I'm saying is that it's really easy to push a narrative when you have 30-second video clips going, look at these overzealous police officers fucking these people up, when that may not be the case at all. It may be the case, I don't know, but the media certainly doesn't help the situation. And why would they? Because they have to fill airtime. They have to push their agenda to fill airtime. That's their job.
This is the hot fucking news right now, guys. Right. Go find me a clip, edit the shit out of it, and post it out there, and I want to get as many bites as possible. I want as many views as possible.
But
make a shit if it's right or wrong, or it's the full video, it's 5 seconds of the video. This is what people are viewing right now. I'm going to give them what they're looking for.
And I don't know what the answer is, guys. I mean, listen, what I would tell people is, stop letting people divide you, right? Stop letting letting the world make us black and white, right? Stop letting them make us rich and poor, have and have nots, right? Because anytime you start letting the media, the government, the state, whatever, separate you into groups, right? because that's what they want. They want to pin you against each other, right? They want to make you think that you don't have what this person has because they have it. You're not where you're at because this person is keeping you from being there, right? And I got news for you, man. I don't believe that, man.
No.
I just don't believe it.
I've had black friends that come from the absolute bottom of poverty, sleeping in cars,
Yes.
no money, no dad, single mom, working 4 jobs, barely surviving, no lights on in the house. To come to where they are today is astonishing.
Yeah.
And to sit there and say, I can't have that because of so-and-so.
Right.
So-and-so allowed me not to have that. No, you get off your ass and you do what needs to be done.
Right.
And you wake up every single day with the train of thought that I'm going to be better today than I was yesterday.
Yep. And that's why I tell Keaton and Emerson all the time, man, it's not the size of the hit that you can take, right? That's not what it is. It's about how much you can get hit and keep moving forward, right? Just little baby steps, right? Because it ain't gonna happen overnight, right? And
it's not the size of the dog in the fight.
Right.
It's the size of the fight in the dog.
Right. And I don't mean to do colloquialisms or any of that shit, but it's true, man. Like, you have and listen, and the other thing I tell all the time is, dude, you got to go out there and get whatever it is you want, because ain't nobody gonna fucking bring it to you, right?
No.
Nobody's gonna bring it to you sitting there playing Xbox or whatever the fuck it is, whatever. And
here's a good thing that I heard today, and it really like stuck with me. When you're growing up, your parents give you 2 of the most valuable tools you'll ever have in your life. Your parents are going to give you 2 things. They're going to show you who you want to be, and they're also going to show you at times who you do not want to be.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And every day you walk that fine line.
Yep. Every
single day.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so funny because we were just having this conversation the other day because we were talking about Dad, and I just said, and it was interesting because Emerson, it was either Emerson or Keaton, I can't remember which one. I think it was Keaton who said, well, you probably learned just as much from him about what not to do because of how he lived than you did from what to do. And I go, sure, absolutely. Yeah.
You wake up every day with, it's nothing against my father.
No. But
I wake up every day with a mindset of I don't want to be like him in certain aspects.
Sure.
At all.
And I don't think that he would want that either. But again, and I say this all the time, I don't hold that against him. I think he did the best that he could do with what he had. What he had, right? And I'm not saying that Papa Jimmy was
a great dad, because he probably
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about it or any of that. But what I will say is I don't sit back and go, and we talked about this. Like I can't sit back and not live my life, or sit back and go, well, I can't go and do anything because or my dad died when I was 25 or whatever it was, 24, 25.
Yeah.
You can't sit back and go, I'm not gonna go out and be shit because my dad didn't get to attend my high school graduation, right? My daddy died a week before my high school prom, right? You know what I mean? And me and you have had this conversation where I just go, you're not the only fucking guy that lost his dad that day.
No.
Right? You're not the only person. Like, suck it up, butter. I know that sounds awful.
And we've had this conversation when Nanny used to talk to us when we were younger. Why not us?
Yeah.
Why not go through the shit so to appreciate the good times?
Right. And I say this all the time. It's not the hard part for me is people go, well, did the good outweigh the bad? But man, it's not so much does the good outweigh the bad, because let's say somebody's good 99% of the time, right? But that 1% that they're bad is so fucking awful, right? That it makes it really hard to enjoy the 99. Who the fuck knows what the 1% is, right? And I'm not saying that that's the way it was with Dad, but there are some times that during the bad times, they were really bad. That makes it hard sometimes to appreciate the times that were good. And that's just the truth. I love him to death. And these aren't things that if he was here right now, I would say it to his face, and he would absolutely accept it and understand where we're coming from. But again, this goes back full circle to what we're talking about. Like, you can't let the life that you're in shape who you are. You have to go and try to be who you want to be. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You have to be moving towards whatever it is that you want.
Whatever goal you want.
And I'm not saying it's easy. That's the thing. Nobody is you're saying, and I'm not saying you need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. No, but you can graduate high school. You can go to a community college.
Here's my thing. Don't let the bullshit stop you from doing whatever the hell you want to do.
Right.
Don't let this fucking line that's been drawn in the sand for fucking years stop you from what you want to do. You want to go to college? Take your ass to class. You want to get a good job? Get the education.
Right.
Go to the damn interview. Fucking buy the nice suit. Do what you need to do to get where you need to be. But don't let some bullshit from the past that we have nothing to fucking do with.
And I'm not your enemy, man.
Can't control that, man. Nobody can control that of what the fuck went down.
That's the thing. I'm not your enemy, man. I love everybody. I love everybody. I don't care if you're gay, straight, trans, what. I don't care about any of that shit, man. If you're a good person, if you're a fucking good person, you're a good person. If you're not, you're not. Period. End of story. That's just the way it is, right? And here's my thing, man. It's not even about white or black. Or what it really comes down to is don't let motherfuckers control you. That's it, man. Don't let somebody feed you a line of bullshit. Go do your research, right? Go fucking do your research, right? If you do, you'll see right away that far more white people are shot by police officers than black people. It's an absolute fact. Last year, more white people were killed by police officers than black people. I'm not saying that that's right or wrong or that makes it anything. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying anything.
Not saying any fucking white power shit. None of that.
Shit. I'm just saying that don't let somebody else push a narrative that may not be true and allow you to go out there and do some dumb shit like burning down fucking towns. And then we can get to a whole nother thing of, I don't know so much that it's the people protesting burn down towns. There's a whole people that have a great agenda for
they
cause.
They just want to fuck shit up.
They want to fuck shit up. They want to cause anarchy, right?
And now they're finding these people that they fucking caught doing this shit. Like, where the fuck you from? Fuck, I ain't even from around here.
I ain't from around here.
So what the fuck are you doing here? Right. What's your agenda to come in this city?
There have been videos of people paying people to fucking bust.
And I'm going to touch on Sean's comment right quick, right? Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen it. They call him the Black Umbrella Group is what they've been called. But there's a video of this guy head to toe with a fucking black umbrella, dressed like a SWAT team member, walks up to a damn AutoZone there in the city with a baton in his hand, busts all the windows out of the damn side of the building, doesn't go inside, doesn't do anything, doesn't go inside and loot anything, and turns around and walks off. They chase him down with the camera. The dude turns around, faces the guy with the camera and goes, "If you come close to me again, you will fucking die." And the guy calls him out because there's something on him, and you can't really see it from the video, that leads him to believe that he is a police officer. He is some type of officer. And he calls him, "Dude, you're a fucking cop. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? You're a fucking cop." If you don't believe some shit's going on behind the scenes with these fucking groups that are just, and they're everywhere, dude. There was a guy in DC with a fucking black umbrella. And now there's this fucking like spec ops guy. I don't know if you've seen that guy on the videos. This dude's like 8 fucking foot tall.
And here's my thing, man. And this is where people can you can at me about being a libertarian. Listen, this is where people started to tell you the state having this much power, right, is insane.
Yep.
I mean, our founding fathers would roll over in their fucking grave at the amount of shit that we allow the government, the power that we allow the government to have now. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And here's the thing. We're not a socialist country, but I can tell you right now, the level of socialism that we have in this country right now, Marx would fucking, he'd jumping jacks and be ecstatic for the fucking amount of socialism we have now. And people can fucking at me. You can talk when you're paying out $2 trillion in fucking stimulus money. Marx could have never dreamed in a million years that kind of level of socialism, right? I don't give a fuck, man. You to just allow them to just print quantitative easing, right? Some people don't even know what the fuck quantitative easing is and why it's not okay to just fucking print money that you don't have anything to back it up. Like, there's this whole fucking thing where I just go, one day, right? One day, people are going to go tell the U.S. to go fuck themselves, right? Because right now, the thing that really saves us is everybody trades with the dollar, right? Yep. So the dollar sort of don't get me wrong, it still has crazy inflation, and it's still a dollar now is not worth what it was fucking 5 years ago, right? So you stashing that fucking dollar in your mattress, and you're fucking up. Get it somewhere where at least it's earning a little bit of interest to kind of try to fight inflation. But here's the thing. There's going to come a time where people are going to go, man, fuck that. We're trading with the yen, or now we're trading with the euro, or some other fucking world currency.
And then what are you going to do?
What are you going to do then?
What are you going to do?
Right? And you talk all this shit about the United States could just tell China, we'll go fuck you. We're not paying back the money we owe you. Go ahead and do that. See how much. And that's the thing too, where people can talk about shit where China needs us as much as we need them. Not really,
dude. If and I can't speak on it, but some of the shit that I've seen come out of China is a fucking replica of what we can make here in the States. And get this, it's 10 times fucking better. They are years beyond us. In production, manufacturing, shipping, logistics, all of that shit. So if you think they need us, you need to think again.
Well, it's not even that they need us to buy the products. I mean, there's but here's the thing. There's so much that goes on, and I'm just telling you right now, you can go right now and Google fucking declassified shit, right? Of the shit that the government has tried to do and was going to do or has done or in that shit, and just know the government doesn't give a fuck about you, man. None of them in Congress, not the president, not the House of Representatives, not maybe your local guy sort of kind of cares about you a little bit, but none of them care a bit about you. And the whole fucking premise of a special group of people, right? That we're gonna give them special authority over 300 million people, and these people are gonna know what's best, right, for 300 million. Because here's the thing: they don't fucking listen to us anymore. They can talk about this shit about, right? Because that's their job. Their job is to do what we've asked them to do. That's not what they do. Not what they do. But the whole fucking idea that these special people with these special groups of power, pieces of power, are going to go and do what it is and rule over 300 million people is fucking asinine to begin with, right? Yeah. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't have any government, right? Because those days are gone. There's never going to be a time where we don't have, but we should have a minimal amount of government for a minimal amount of power. Period. End of story.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with that.
I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean,
dude,
it's gotten out of hand, man. It's fucking.
I'm 45 minutes from DC, y'all. 45 minutes. And the video.
There's 100,000. Supposed to be 100,000 people there tonight.
45 minutes away, and all hell has broken loose.
Yeah.
They have defaced the Lincoln Memorial. They have defaced around the fucking White House. They fucking started, attempting
Did you see where they painted in big yellow letters "Black Lives Matter" down the road? I thought it was Pennsylvania Avenue, but I don't think it is. But
and I'm just like, it's way beyond that shit, dude.
Right.
You can fucking paint all the pretty murals and all that fucking shit on the road. The shit's out of hand.
Yep.
Painting.
Well, I mean, even black
change anything.
And even black leaders are now coming out going, dude, I don't know what the fuck you got. This isn't what we wanted. This isn't what we.
No,
I don't know what you guys are doing. Like, what are we?
It got way out of hand because the leaders that we had,
right,
we don't have today.
And let me just tell you right now, Trump doesn't do anything at all to, and I'm not a fan of Trump, not a fan of Biden. Trump doesn't do anything to calm it down either, right?
No, he just fucking amps shit
just
up.
amps shit up. And here's the thing, like I liked Trump. I didn't like Trump enough to, I mean, he's not. People talking about not my president, whatever. Here's the thing. There hasn't been somebody that I wanted to vote for president since Ron Paul. So, but there was a little piece of Trump that I liked because he was an asshole, right? Because I think sometimes
you need that.
You need that. You need somebody to go, no, go fuck yourself. We're America, and this is. But at the same time, right? There are times for that, and there are times when you shouldn't.
You
need
to
that.
sit the fuck down, and you need to take care of shit.
I watch him sometimes, and I just go, dude, you're just being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole.
You're being an asshole because you got your nuts pumped up too much, Donald. Right. You need to sit down for a second and realize that you can get on that mic and be a badass all you want to, but when shit goes south, what the fuck are you gonna do? Right. What are you gonna do then? Right. What are you gonna do?
So yeah, I mean, he hasn't done anything to calm anybody down.
We're gonna send in National Guard. Well, you know what the fuck's being released now? Videos of fucking National Guard. Fucking, there's a video of a lady. She's just out on her front porch filming them as they're coming through her neighborhood. They start fucking shooting bombs, gas bombs, launching them at her fucking front stoop. Her kids are standing in the doorway.
Yeah.
Get back in the fucking house. Get in the god.
Right.
Why?
Right. What are you accomplishing?
You know what I mean? What the fuck? All you had to do was say, ma'am, can you please get inside? Why in the hell do you need to take it that far?
Right.
And
again, it's just
abuse of power.
It's abuse of power, right? And it's the same thing with the police, right? And it stems all the way down to the police are nothing but another arm who has a monopoly of power against the people in the state. That's what they do. They're the enforcement of the state's power. That's it, right?
I think when you have an officer on your payroll for your city cop, whatever, if he starts having reports filed on him, citations against him, all this shit, there should be not even a fucking 3-strike law put in there. If you get more than 2 fucking complaints, buddy's got a fucking problem somewhere. You need to sit Jack down in the back room and say, hey man, what the fuck's going on?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, and some of this too, I've said this time, stop hiring people straight out of fucking Afghanistan to come in and be police officers, right?
Listen, I love the military, but some of these dudes are fucking PTSD,
right?
And they don't have the help.
Sometimes it's not even PTSD. Sometimes it's just the fact that you pull somebody out of a situation where it's life or death every day, and fucking shit's being shot at them, and it's not, and then tell them in a high stakes situation like that, and then put them in a place where they're in a much more calm environment, and then go, that person's not the enemy. You can't treat them the same way they treat them. It's not the same game, right?
That's a mindset.
It's a mindset. It's really hard. No offense
out of that.
No offense
to military, to do.
But it's really hard to make that transition, right? And it's really hard to do. So I would say that'd be the first thing is to and then repeated psychological evaluations, man, all the time.
Exactly.
All the time. And people and I get it, man. I get that cops get jaded, man. You work the same beat for 10 years and you see the same people doing the same shit, right? But again, you can't get jaded. You, just like Phaedra's point out, you can't be a judge and see 10 black people who were guilty or whatever, and then automatically assume the next 5 that you see are guilty because the first 10 were, right? You can't do that. Like So there's 1,000 things. We could use Daniel Tosh's solution. Daniel Tosh's solution is
I don't even want to hear this. I don't.
Right. Nobody can be a cop except for black people. You have to be black to be a cop, right?
What?
Yeah, that's the solution, right? End racist cops are right off the rip. You can only be a cop if you're black, right? And if you have a problem with that, you're racist. Sure. White people can be firemen,
Here's the thing, man. And
we're outdoorsy. It makes more
here's how
sense.
fucked up it is. Like growing up, we didn't have these problems. There was always racism because you're in the South, but it was never on the level it is that my kids are having to grow up in America nowadays.
Yeah, but I don't know why though.
It's a simple fact.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. Right?
It's not, but it's fueled by media.
Right.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. I think it appears to be much worse than it really is. Right.
and a lot of this, and I want to be straight up honest with you guys because I see it all the time. A lot of this shit starts in the home.
Oh, of course. 99%.
Grandmama was a racist.
Right.
Mama was raised with a racist, and now she's a racist. Oh, fuck all these black people.
Right.
And it goes down the line. But at a certain point, dude, break the fucking cycle. Just because mama and grandmama and granddaddy thought it was cool, and daddy and everybody in the family thought it was cool, that don't mean I gotta fucking believe in it.
No, but again, let's be real. It was a different time, right? So it's
absolutely.
really hard. It's really hard to go back and judge somebody in a different period in history, right? So I mean, for God's sakes, our Granny Dot, which was our dad's grandmother, she owned a restaurant that was segregated at one point, right? Now I don't know whether she believed in segregation or not. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't know. But 90% of the country was okay with segregation at that point, right? I'm not saying it was okay, but that's just the way it is, right?
That's the way it was.
That's what it was, right? I mean, my grandmother would say some things sometimes where I go, you can't say that.
But here's the thing with our grandmother, and it was so crazy. One of her best friends was a black lady.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she wasn't racist. I'm just
saying she always. It was so strange. She walked that line.
My grandmother was not racist in the least little bit, but my grandmother did grow up in a time where, during the civil rights movement and things like that. So she would say things like colored. She would say, just colorful terms that you probably shouldn't use. I don't know if she ever used the N-word, but
oh no. She did.
No. Did she?
She did.
Yeah. Okay.
And I had to stop her. I'm like, Nanny, we don't say that anymore. We don't use that term loosely.
You can't just drop a bomb like that.
You can't drop that bomb.
I mean, in today's society, at least for my kids, right? My kids have played football with every race. From Hispanics to blacks to, I think I think that at the end of the day, my kids, because I've always kind of just instilled in them that who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares about any of that? Right? I think Emerson's first crush was on a little black girl.
Dude, I can tell you right now, Adeline.
I think Keaton's first girlfriend was a black girl.
She was.
And I think what actually happened was his friends gave him shit. Her friends gave her shit. And that's why they ended up not being together very long. But I think they really liked each other.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care about any of that, man. I don't care about
I raised my girls to not see color to see a friend. And they will always, follow that. Because right now, my little girl's best friend is a little black girl.
Yeah.
She don't give a shit what color their skin. All she sees is a friend. All she knows is that's Jada and that's my best friend and we're going to play. And Jada's the same way.
Yep. And that's the way it should be. I mean, that's the way it should be. Yeah. Now, again, when you're kids, it's easy.
Yeah.
Right?
When you get older, shit gets real.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, for me, and Phaedra can attest to this, right? Dude, I don't treat. If I'm an asshole, I'm the same asshole to everybody. If I'm,
it doesn't make a damn what shade you are, what your nationality
if you come to me proper, if you come to me with respect, I'm gonna treat you with respect.
Exactly.
If you don't, then I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm just not. But again, I think the moment that you start to let, and again, this just comes back to be a wolf and not a sheep, man. Don't let fucking people form your opinion about anything. Don't just take shit for. And here's the other thing: I don't give a fuck about people. Look at facts, right? Don't look at polls. Don't look at even statistics, right? Sometimes you look at statistics, and you can take statistics and twist them to shape whatever.
Think of it this way, guys. With all this COVID shit going on, you actually think that these numbers they're projecting are actually true? Do you honestly think?
I can tell you the death. I can tell you the death numbers aren't right.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on.
There's
you gotta believe.
There's a ton of
that it's a white and black thing. Oh, those facts are fucking dead.
Look,
that's it.
There's a ton of instances where they go. I mean, people were in a fucking car wreck and they labeled it a COVID death. You're just like, what? What? Yeah,
I bet COVID. He wrecked his car. That's.
Like, yeah, I don't. Look, that's a whole nother issue.
Yeah, that's a whole nother rant. But
that's a whole nother rant. And again, I just want to stress to everybody: I will stand with you against injustice all 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Right? I think anytime a police officer uses his power and authority in an abusive manner, and it doesn't have to be a police officer, any person of power, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's a police officer, whether it's the fucking government, whether it's your boss telling you that if you want to raise, you got to blow him, or any fucking thing like that, right? It doesn't have to be race thing, man. I'm just telling you, anything like the fucking Me Too movement about fucking Hollywood executives, huh? But at the same time, here's where but it's a two-way street, right? Don't paint me with a fucking paintbrush. Don't go you people, right? You white people, right? Because I can tell you right now, buddy, we're just as different as anybody else, right? The same way you don't want to be compared to all those motherfuckers burning shit down because you're peaceful protesting. Fine. I'm not a fucking white man holding you back either, dude. I'll help you any way I can. I love you as a human just like I expect you to love me as a human. We're in this fucking boat together, man. And when this motherfucker sinks, we're all going to drown.
Yep. So I'm telling you, when shit gets rough, do you honestly think I'm going to look over the side of my boat and see a guy drowning and say, oh, I don't like his skin tone. Motherfucker ain't getting my boat. No, absolutely not. And I would expect the same from all walks of life.
Right.
Anybody out there. Right. If I'm fucking drowning, help me.
But at the same time, when I see shit, I'm not going to turn my eye and not call it out because I think you might call me racist because I called it out. I'm not going to. That's not me, bro. I'm not going to do it.
I don't have to think what you think.
Right. To support.
I have my own soapbox I can stand on.
Yep.
I'm not going to be led by anybody.
Enemy because I don't believe what you believe. That doesn't make me an enemy.
That does not make me an enemy.
No. It just means
an individual, if anything.
Right. And so, again, there's so many things we could talk about, man. We could go into affirmative action and how it's hurt more than it's helped. We could talk about, all of that kind of stuff. It's a sad situation, man. But the only people that are going to change it are the individuals themselves. That's it, man. And that's what I always say. I will support your cause and I'll support your protest, but I got to know what the end goal is, right? Where are you trying to get? Don't just stand there and say no justice, no peace, right? What do you want? What do you want? Because what you're trying to solve, you can't solve by passing a few bills or doing shit like we want fewer police officers in black neighborhoods. You want fewer police officers in black neighborhoods. Are you fucking kidding me? That's your solution? Fewer police officers? How about better police officers? Exactly. That should be your goal. Better police officers, better training, right? Better. And here's the thing: nobody wants to be a police officer. You know why? Because you make $38,000 a year to put up with the bullshit that these guys are putting up with.
No one else wants to deal with.
No fucking body wants to do it. So the only people they can find are people who just could pass the fucking GED or somebody that come out of the military that has the training, right? And again, I'm not fucking talking shit about cops.
Dude, we know plenty of cops.
Right.
I'm friends with cops that I graduated high school with.
Right. But at the end of the day, a lot of cops aren't the fucking cream of the crop. That's just the way it is. Right. And so if you take somebody who already has a fucking, bullyish personality and you give them a badge and the power to bully people, what the fuck you think is going to happen?
They're not going to sit in their car and radio in for help. They're going to hop out of that fucking car and the devil inside is going to come out. That's the best way I can put it. That's what the fuck's going to happen.
And then you take these people and you put them on a beat that they have no business being on, right?
Yeah.
And then they become jaded. And again, I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you how it is. They become jaded. And then every day, that's why I say psychological evaluations. Look at how this shit's affecting this guy and go, hey, listen, you need to take some time off, man. You're getting fucking.
You need a vacation. You need to step back. Maybe you need to look into another line of work.
Right. But we got to solve 1,000 fucking issues aside from the police piece, right? You start, why is there a fucking liquor store and a pawn shop on every goddamn corner in
the ghetto?
Why? Right? Because nobody's going to fucking zoning meetings and going, I don't want this shit here, right? Why is there a ton of fucking people selling dope all over the place? Well, because nobody wants to call the cops and snitch. You don't want that shit in your neighborhood? Start fucking snitching.
No.
But what is this culture about? Nobody wants to be a snitch. Well, you either want that shit in your neighborhood or you don't.
You can't decide that you want all this shit when the shit hits the fan. Like, if you want to be the change, fucking speak up. Be the voice. But don't
stop killing each other every fucking chance you get. Stop shooting a motherfucker because he stepped on your shoes. Stop shooting a motherfucker because he's
wearing a different color.
Or he fucking insulted your fucking whatever. I don't know, man. But there's a million fucking problems that you're going to have to solve alongside the problem that you're trying to solve with the fucking police, right? Because you can have all the nice police in the world, right? If you don't stop the crimes being committed against your own people by your own people, what's the point? What's the point? Eventually you guys are going to just extinguish each other, and it's fucking ridiculous, man. It's fucking ridiculous. And it makes me sad, man. At the end of the day, it just makes me sad that nobody wants to fucking talk about it, man. Nobody wants to talk about it.
Nobody wants to address, nobody wants to address the shit that needs to be addressed.
All right. I mean, nothing makes me sadder. And I wish I could find the video. I'm not going to look it up now, but it was a girl. Her parents come from Somalia. They didn't have a fucking thing to their name. They worked hard. They opened a convenience store or a donut shop or something. I don't know. They had their own business or whatever, and they worked hard. And this girl worked her ass off, right, to get into college. And she got to college, right? And she was talking to this person about being in college, and they're talking about affirmative action and this and that. And that this girl, literally, she had an issue where she wasn't sure whether she was in college because of the work she put in and whether she deserved to be there, or she was there just simply because she was black, right? And I thought to myself, how fucking awful must that be that you've worked your ass off your entire life to get into a good school and get into the school that you want, right? You wrote the essays, you did the extracurricular work, you made straight A's, whatever the case may be, right? And you get to college, and then you have self-doubt of, do you deserve to be there, or are you just there because they were trying to fill some fucking quota, bullshit quota, because they thought they had too many white people there, right?
No.
And then don't even start about how they persecute Asians. Asians have to score higher than anybody to get into a fucking school. You know why? Because too many fucking Asians were getting into schools, what they said. Because Asians don't fuck around. And that's my thing. So don't give me shit about minorities either. Asians were minorities. Asians were in fucking internment camps. Asians were in slavery building the fucking railroad. Don't give me your shit about it. You don't see them fucking killing each other and fucking doing all the other crazy shit. Most Asians are pretty goddamn successful. You know why? Because they work their fucking ass off. And their parents are sending them the fucking piano lessons. And you're talking about people who come over here, a lot of them, right, with fucking 2 yen in their pocket from a communist goddamn country and built shit from the ground up, right? Because they're willing to work fucking 14 hours a day. And so my thing is that and don't. The other thing that pisses me off when they talk about we're not a diverse enough country. What country are you going to point to? What country are you going to point to that we need to be like, right? A model country. Denmark is the one they always want to pull up. The whitest fucking country in Europe, right? The least diverse fucking any country. You ain't talking about Turkey. You ain't fucking talking about the fucking Czech Republic. You ain't talking about the fucking Middle East, right? What fucking country are you talking about that we need to be like? Every country you point to is a million miles less diverse than the United States, right? You can't do that shit. And here's the other thing, right? Asians are better and more successful than most white people, right? So it's not a minority thing, man. It's not. It's a fucking culture thing, and I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And then again, when you start talking about affirmative action, you're hurting these people because here's what happens: is these people get into college, right? They're getting to the college they want to, and some of them they don't have the grades, they don't have the fortitude to be in that college, right? And then what happens, man? They flunk out or they stop. They quit college because they shouldn't have been there to begin with, right? I'm sorry, but that's just a fucking fact. What do you think that does to their self-esteem? What do you think that does to their you think they want to go back, right? Or you think they're going to end up just saying, fuck it, I'm not going back to college. I'm going to fucking be manager of the goddamn Quick Trip or whatever the fuck it is they end up doing, right? Instead of going and being whatever nurse, fucking scientist, well, who knows what they might have been going to college for, right? And it's fucked up, and it pisses me off. And the government, and again, it goes all the way back to the state that has convinced you through the state and the fucking media that you're a victim, right? That you're a victim. I'm the problem. All these other people are the problem. Right? You're not a goddamn victim, man. You're an individual and you're a strong person like everybody else. Go get whatever the fuck you want and stop letting people tell you you don't deserve it and somebody's keeping you from having it because it's not fucking true. It's just not. Just not.
I totally agree with that. Was slavery fucked up? Absolutely.
Right.
But I imagine someone taking my fucking brother and stringing him from a fucking tree and burning him on a cross.
Yes.
Fuck no.
But these racist people that you're talking about, like that's like that want to hang people from trees. No. Number one, I'm not saying they don't exist, right? But that's not the normal people that you see, right? Those people might exist up in the fucking mountains, right? Those people aren't in your everyday life, man. They just aren't. I'm telling you right now, I've lived in the South my whole life. I've never met anybody ever in my life. And I'm telling you right now, we grew up in Crawford County, Georgia, where, if
sketchy some bitches.
Sketchy some bitches, right? And I can tell you right now, I've never met anybody that I don't even remember anybody ever saying racist shit. Hell,
now,
I think black people.
I don't know about all that. Like I've gone to some parties where fucking darkies better not roll up here. But guaranteed, if some shit popped off, we had black homies that had our back.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
And we would even go so far as you need to take that racist bullshit on somewhere.
Right.
If somebody get out a fucking hand at a fucking party in Crawford with that shit, you get the fuck out of here, Jack, because we don't want to hear it.
Right.
They ain't got a fucking thing to do with us. And I don't give a shit if Jerome rolls up in the yard and wants to fucking share a beer with me. Fucking grab the cooler, Jack, because I don't give a shit.
Nope.
It ain't got a fucking thing to do with fucking white or black, man. You either have a friend or you don't.
Right.
At the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what I say, man. Listen, when you start talking about being oppressed and start talking about listen, I get it, man. But here's where I want everybody to understand. I think in no way did I grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. Right? I grew up poor, white, fucking trash. Right? Just like it. I mean, and so when you look at me and I go, I have worked my fucking ass off, and you have worked your fucking ass off to be where we are. Period. In the story, and to be where we are has no more to do with the color of our skin than anybody else. It has to do with the fact that every fucking day I've strived to be a little bit better than I was the day before, and I've worked my fucking ass off every single day because I know that's the only way that I was going to get out of wherever the fuck we were at. That was it. That was it. Period. End of story. Right. Some of it was luck, and that's everybody. Everybody's success is 90% hard work and 10% luck. Sometimes the fucking doors are going to open that you couldn't open for yourself because that's just the way the universe works, right? Sometimes the door is going to shut that you wish would have opened, and you got to go back to the fucking drawing board, right?
Absolutely.
It's the way it is. I mean, I've had ups, I've had fucking downs, I've been all around the fucking world and everything. But again, I've never once just go, fuck it, man. It's just the way it is. I'm just going to set things the way they are, and I'll get a fucking whatever job, and we'll just, no, man. No.
It's just one of those things, man. Like, what do? You don't fucking go and start.
You just love people, man.
To change.
You just love people, man. That's it, man. Love is the answer to everything, dude. Love and kindness, man. And that's the thing. I'm not your enemy, dude. I love every one of you, but I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat it and fucking, tell you everything's gonna be all right and sing fucking kumbaya, because I'm just not.
One of my best friends, one of my close friends that I've gained while being in Virginia, is my neighbor, Jamal and Marjorie. They are both colored. And Jamal made a damn good point the other night. Like, this guy's ex-military. He does IT development for the military. He's been overseas. He's been to Afghan. He's done it.
Right.
He has the fucking job on base making great money.
Yep.
And he said it perfect the other night. And he goes, I don't give a fuck if my homie doesn't agree with me, but the white man's not keeping me from doing shit.
No.
And I just sat down and I was like, holy fuck, man. Like, you're the first person to actually, like, it's always been on my mind, but it's one of those things, like, you don't want to fucking speak up about it and you don't want to say it. And he's like, dude, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you're white, brown, orange, green. You're not keeping me from my fucking goals.
Nope.
And it ain't got shit to do with it. Does racism exist? He said, fuck yeah. He said,
of course it does.
I face that shit as a black man every single day. But there's not a day I wake up with the mindset of the fucking white man Tom down the hall is keeping me from reaching my goal today.
Right.
It's not that. It's the shit that's been burned into your fucking brain, man.
Right. Right.
And it's like, you can either follow your own path or you can follow someone else's.
Right.
And that's it.
Well, and again, I just think everybody needs to just kind of take a step back and just go, dude, we're all in this together, man. We're all in the same fucking boat, man. So what is me hating you, or what is me like, that gets us nowhere, right? Yeah. And you, this us versus them, whether it's rich versus poor, or fucking, black versus white, or whatever it is, it doesn't get us anywhere, man. And so I just don't have time for that in my life. I just don't.
No.
Right.
I wake up every day and it's like, with one goal in mind, go out here, be the best father I can be the best man I can be the best friend I can be, help others when they need help. I don't give a shit what color they are, where they're from, background. None of that matters to me. But the shit we're doing now it's not working. And if you think it's working, you're wrong.
Well, you're not going to change anybody's mind by
burning down a local fucking business.
And here's the thing.
What is that changing?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to tell you. If you hate Trump, I'm going to be the first one to tell you that's how Trump got elected.
Yeah.
What do you think people are going to do? What do you think people are going to do if every time you look, you tell them they're stupid, they're racist, right? how long do you think it's going to be before they just start looking at somebody else, right? Why are they even going to listen to what you say, right? If you've already come with that with that mindset, right? Why would they listen to anything that you say, right? Because here's the thing, man. Regardless of what they say in polls, regardless of what they say in public, regardless of what they say when they're with their friends, when you go in that voting booth, right? It's just you and that machine, or it's just you and that. That's it. There's no judgment. There's no anything. You can push whatever fucking button you want, right? So, if getting rid of Trump is your thing, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, buddy, I don't give either one of them are going to be pieces of shit as president. I mean,
here's the thing nowadays: like, it don't make a shit who you put in office. We're fucked.
Right. We're fucked. Yeah. I mean,
there's not going to be a perfect candidate. There's not going to be.
We could definitely do better than what we have.
Problems.
We definitely do better than the two we have. That's for goddamn sure. Fucking Creepy Joe, or fucking goddamn fucking China comes from China.
China.
I don't know, man. It's just, I'm so sick of the whole fucking thing, man. I'm just so sick of the whole fucking thing.
I just want to wake up tomorrow and have a reset button.
Like, I mean, 2020 is, and here's the thing, man. I get so fucking sick of the hashtavism is what I call it, where you just fucking start retweeting fucking hashtags and shit. Dude, get the fuck out of here. I mean, and celebrities, I don't think any celebrities are listening right now. Let me just tell you, don't fucking sit up there and lecture me about a goddamn thing. You know, the first fucking thing, you're in no position to fucking lecture me about shit, right? Don't fucking sit up there in your fucking, just like when we're in the fucking quarantine. And you're going to tell me to stay at home. Bitch, if I had fucking 20 houses and a fucking infinity pool,
stay at home.
I wouldn't go any fucking where, right?
I don't live on the beach, ho.
I don't fucking live. Yeah. Don't fucking tell me to stay at home, right?
You can go ride around your damn neighborhood in your fucking Lamborghini. I got this busted ass Ford outside. Right. I want to go somewhere, damn it.
But don't fucking come at me and try to fucking lecture me about racism when you're a white motherfucking dude, millionaire, actor in fucking Hollywood, right?
You live on your fucking, you got your winery in your backyard.
Right.
And anything is a phone call away. You don't have to go out and earn shit because you can probably live off your fucking sponsorships alone until you're old and gray and try to tell me how hard it is and what I should and should not do. Yeah, look here, Brad Pitt. Sit your ass down. You have no idea what it's like for the rest of us.
You have no idea what it's like to be a white man in this country. No.
Our fucking stimulus checks is your pocket change.
Right.
So sit your dumb ass down.
I don't have the stomach for it, man. And I can't fucking, I can't, like, I'll flip through like fucking Facebook or Instagram or some shit like that and just see these people's like stories and shit. Because sometimes I'll follow celebrities because some of them sometimes they're funny or whatever. But then I just stopped following them. I was like, dude, I can't have you fucking lecture me every day about some shit that you're not fucking doing anything, right?
No,
you're not. Go down there and stand with these people, and some of them are. I have to admit, some of them are, and which is great, right? But don't fucking think that because you retweeted some shit or added it to your Instagram story that you've done a fucking thing to help.
Or you put up a GoFundMe page.
Which is another thing. $13 million. George Floyd's GoFundMe page is $13 million. $13 million. Now, again, fine. If people want to give his family money, that's none of my business. My concern is, what are you going to do with that $13 million? Are his kids going to go to college, right? Or where? I mean, it's because here's my thing that I've said, and I don't know anything about his family. I don't know whether they're poor. I don't know. I don't know, right? But let me just tell you that money isn't going to change anything unless you use it in a way that's going to be beneficial for years down the road, right? if you have a gun for GoFundMe that's $13 million, and I'm not suggesting that this is going to happen, but you go buy a big house and fucking Ferraris or whatever. And again, I mean, I'm being facetious, but I'm just saying that you have to use that money for something constructive. And something, $13 million ain't going to bring George Floyd back. It's just not. Right. So I hope to God that somebody steps in pro fucking bono and goes, hey, listen, I'm a financial planner. Let me help you do something with this money that's going to benefit you and your children for the rest of their life. Because they could. Absolutely could. And that's what needs to happen.
Right now, if they take that $13 million and next week he's living like a rap star, what was all this for?
And again, I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I don't think so.
I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if it does, what was all this for?
Well, I mean, this is it. That's what I say. I mean, listen, I can tell you right now, and this is absolutely true. Most poor people and I'm not saying they're poor. I don't know anything about them. I'm just saying in general, you take most people who are poor, you give them $1 million. You can give them $10 million. Eventually, they're going to be poor again because they don't understand. They don't understand money. They don't understand
the value of a dollar.
Value of a dollar, passive income. They don't understand any of that shit. They're going to go buy materialistic shit, right? Because nobody's ever taught them, right? And so, it's the same reason that, you see people win the lottery and they go buy this fucking, $5 million house, right? They don't understand that the taxes, just the property taxes alone on a $5 million house ain't fucking cheap.
Nah.
Right? The upkeep. Who the fuck's going to cut the grass and trim those shrubs? Are
you going to get out there on a zero turn?
On zero turn and do it like nobody. Who's going to fucking take care of that pool, right? All of these things, like if you just start paying people to do all of that shit, eventually you're going to run out of money. You got to have some fucking. What you should have done is went and bought you a fucking Chick-fil-A. Went and bought you a goddamn Little Caesars pizza. Something that's going to generate some goddamn income, right? Yep. Anyway, but a lot of times I see that stuff and I go, my fear is that you've hurt them more than you helped them.
Yeah.
That's always my fear. Because again, what happened was a fucking tragedy and money's not going to make it okay. But if anything good can come of it, his kids can go to college and get a fucking education. And,
absolutely.
And
maybe you can take some of that money and rebuild the city because your own city has been burnt to the ground.
It's been burnt to the ground, man. And it's fucking sad, dude. I mean, and that's why I love when Killer Mike come out in Atlanta and was saying
he was just like, look, what are you?
Atlanta's a different fucking cloth, man. He was like, I know 50 fucking businesses that are owned by black women, right? You're gonna burn them down? What the fuck are you doing, man? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. It didn't help the fact that T.I. got on the mic looking like he was homeless and said Atlanta was Wakanda, but
Atlanta was Wakanda.
But
T.I. I don't get it, man. I just, and again, it just comes back down, man. Let's build each other up instead of tear each other down. That's my thing, man. And I help anybody any way I can, right? But I can't be down with you fucking tearing people's shit up. No. You stand there and hold signs. You can scream. I'm okay with you even screaming at the police officers. I think it's misguided anger, right? Yeah. That police officer ain't done nothing wrong. That police officer out there trying his best to control.
And I understand that shit's come to a head.
Right.
How much
I understand
shit do you take before the fucking top pops off?
Right.
I get it. I understand it.
But how much do you expect these police officers to take? Right. I mean, how long do you expect them to allow somebody to just stand in their face and scream at them for hours on end about shit that they have no control over? It's not his fault what happened to George Floyd. It's not him. It's not his fault. No. You're taking it out on the wrong fucking person, right?
Throwing shit at his patrol car and throwing bricks at him and trying to. What does that do?
Right. They're not your fucking enemy, man.
Fucking semi drivers. What the fuck does a semi driver have to do about anything?
Well, that was the thing I saw when they burnt the fucking Target. What the fuck did Target have to do with any of this? What the fuck are you doing?
And now you're fucked because that's probably one of the nicest stores in that neighborhood.
And
You're under this COVID shit.
Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. Those fucking stores aren't coming back. I mean, even if you look at Baltimore, a lot of those fucking places said, "Fuck you, we're not coming back. We're not rebuilding this shit. Fuck you," right? And you know, if you don't have a Starbucks now, I mean, maybe you don't give a fuck. But I'm just telling you that what's going to happen is you start burning these goddamn corporate buildings down, and they're just going to go fuck yourself. We're not coming back.
Yeah, we're going to stay in the areas where we're still operational. But all this shit, I'm not going to dump more money into rebuilding somewhere. So a month from now, something else pops up, and you just fucking burn the bitch back down to the ground. What good does it do?
Yep. And so I don't. Again, it always comes. What is your end goal? What is it that you want? Right.
The end goal was everyone be charged, right? Life. That's what they want. Everybody charged with life. I can tell you right now, from the history of it, they're not going to get life. It sucks.
No. If they get 25 years, it'll surprise me.
Yeah. Do they need to be in jail for a long fucking time? Absolutely.
Yes.
Are they going to get life? Probably not.
But they probably will get convicted.
That's the way it's been for years.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we can get into a discussion about the shittiness of the justice system and how rich white people get away with shit that
But it's been that way. There's no need to discuss that. That's the way it is. It's probably not going to fucking change. I think it's much more. I
think it's much more about being able to afford lawyers that have people in their hip pocket. They're good old boys, and being part of the good old boys.
Let me grease the wheel.
Let me just tell you, that has much more to do with rich versus poor than it does white versus black.
Yep.
I mean, me and you would be just as fucked as anybody else. I mean, you know, but when I see a motherfucker who, you know, whose defense is affluenza, right? This motherfucker got drunk and ran over and killed 2 people, and you're gonna send him to fucking rehab? That's your punishment? You're gonna send him because he grew up privileged and rich? No, fuck that.
His ass going to jail.
His ass is going to jail. And I'm not. And if it was me and I was a judge, I'd send him to a fucking sure enough pound me in the ass prison.
Go break up these rocks.
Right.
On this chain gang.
Right.
And if you fucking step over the gun line.
Right. You'll think affluenza.
Mm-hmm. Flew his ass right off the gun line, boss.
Oh my goodness.
But it's one of those things, man.
I love y'all.
It's going to get worse before it gets better, and the only way we're going to get through this shit is together.
I love y'all. I love every one of you.
Every damn one of you. And if one of my black homies is watching this and mad at me, you know what? I still fucking love you. I love
y'all. I love y'all twice as much.
I'm gonna give you 2 doses.
I'm gonna give you 2 doses.
2 doses.
I
think it's fucked up what's going on right now. I think it's fucked up of the shit that you have to face. Don't get me wrong. You face a lot of bullshit that I don't have to deal with, that I've never been through, that I'm not going to speak on because I haven't experienced it. But at the end of the day, I love you. I love you as much as that big bearded fella right there. You know what I mean? I got brothers of all races, of all colors, of all creeds.
Why I gotta be a big bearded guy? Why?
That small bearded fellow in the window. You were just talking about your belly, and then I'm the asshole. See how that works?
I'm trying to open this chewing gum. I'm not bullshit. I'm trying to open up this fucking chewing gum.
Bubbles and belly, baby. That's what I'm trying to get down with.
Belly.
Can we just get a bubble machine behind you next
hell
episode?
Yeah, man. I'd
one of those that you just put the batteries in and blows the bubbles behind you.
I would rock that shit in a minute.
I got this disco party going on behind me, and I don't give a fuck. I didn't think it was going to be that bright when I installed it.
I know.
But hey.
Allison said that just that plain white background behind me was driving her crazy.
That was my thing. Like, it was driving me. I felt like I was in, like, you know how you're in prison and they let you have the webcam, like, meeting with your family on the screen? That's what it felt like.
Meeting with your lawyer to discuss the tactics.
And then I was like, I could put up some posters, but guess what? I can't fucking order any posters because everything's shut down. And shipping is fucking taking its toll because now you got people attacking your damn UPS trucks. So you just got to deal with it, guys. Party on Wayne, party on Garth.
I'll order some shit for Keaton, and I didn't know when I ordered it that I was ordering it from fucking China. I wasn't paying attention, and man, that shit has been on its way here since fucking like the first part of March. I was like, holy fuck! Talk about fucking slow boat from China. I was like, and I had forgot about this shit. Next, all of a sudden, I got an email that goes, "Your shit's arrived in the country. It's waiting to go through customs." I was like, what the fuck?
Well, fuck, there we go again. It's delayed again now because ain't nobody going to fucking push it through customs with all this shit going on. Yeah, man, it's been crazy. Like at work, you know, we're busy as shit, and it's like I need it tomorrow, and it's like, dude, do you not watch the news of shit going on?
Bitch, I'm at home. I can't help this shit.
Bob, the UPS driver, I can only kick his ass so hard over the phone. I mean, what do you want me to do? Yeah, it's been crazy. One of my packages, I ordered some shit, and shit is set at the local post office here in town for 2 days.
That's crazy.
And I called the lady. I was like, hey, my package is there. Can I just swing by and pick it? Oh, it's not here. Bitch, I'm looking at it on the map. I have your address. How the hell you think I got your number? Give me my damn package. It showed up the next day. I'm like, yeah, you're doing your damn job.
We got that RFID, bitch. I know my shit's at.
I know where it's at. I got the shop app. It's on the map. Damn it, give me the address. Oh, well, guys, we're not gonna drag this thing out tonight. We're gonna cut a little short. Big Snuggles up there, top floor, hot suite.
I'm not sweating that bad. I'm sweating though for sure.
He's burning up.
I just hope on the audio version you can't hear the fan blowing directly on me.
We're gonna find out as soon as we wrap this up.
Yeah, man. Just hug your people, man, and love your people.
Neighbor. Love thy neighbor, damn it.
Love thy neighbor.
I don't give a damn if he's Italian, he's black as coal, he doesn't speak any English, and he's Spanish. I don't give a damn. Love thy neighbor.
That's right.
Because now, when I click on the news, there ain't no damn neighbors loving nobody.
It's sad, man.
It's definitely sad.
We as a people, we as a country have been through some wild and crazy shit, and this is no different.
The craziest.
Yeah, I don't know about the craziest, but
this is crazy.
Maybe in our lifetime.
Yeah. This is like the fucking riots all over again.
But I will tell people that one surefire way to make change is go vote, right? I mean, it's one thing to be registered, and registering for voting is easy. Going and fucking pulling that lever, pushing that button, and doing your research, and here's the other thing: if you're gonna go vote, don't vote party lines. Go do your research. You might find that a Democrat or a Republican or an independent is much better aligned to your values than you think they are, right?
Absolutely.
Because that D or R doesn't really mean much of anything.
No.
I have some Democrat politicians that I'm okay with. I have some Republican politicians I'm okay with. But for the most part, I think we should throw them all out of a helicopter. They're all full of shit. But anyway, again, just love each other, man. I mean, it's 2020. This is bullshit.
Yeah,
it's bullshit. We got to come together.
Change this is not how you bring about change.
No,
burning down your damn cities and looting stores is
the only thing you're changing is the look of your city.
Yeah, because it looks like shit right now.
Holy shit! I'll have to edit that out. That shit come out of nowhere.
Woo!
Oh, that's that Rona.
Fuck the fan. They heard that. Them nostrils.
I tried to push the mic away, and it was just too. You know what it is? All of a sudden, I got fucking dust right up in my nose.
Because ain't nobody been in that damn room. You know, got that fan on.
Yeah. And I was like, oh. and I felt it coming. And it's one of those things where you want to grab your nose and stop it. It's like, oh man, I'll blow my fucking eyeballs out. Ain't no stopping this motherfucker.
And it blow your damn eardrums out your ears and
Yeah.
shit. You like this all night.
All right. Well, that note, we do have to go because I'm gonna have to cut the last fucking minute out of the audio version.
Ah.
All right, guys. We love y'all. Bye. See you next Saturday.
Guys.